So today we're doing a review of the Tortuga Daypack Pro. Recycled polyester ripstop. It's some external lash points right here. I do love how subtle Tortuga's branding is. Tortuga is using Woojin hardware, but one thing I'm not sure about is that in this video, we're gonna pack the bag out and show you the pros and the cons so you can decide if it's the compressible laptop bag of your dreams. But if it's not, don't worry. You're gonna wanna stick around to the end of the video where I'll make some different bag recommendations that might better suit your needs. But first up, let's review this guy. Follow me. All right, let's talk about the gist of the Tortuga Daypack Pro. Tortuga is a US-based brand who makes travel bags and everyday carry bags that are kind of known for being super functional, super comfortable, and super weather resistant. And for those reasons, the Tortuga Travel Backpack Pro is consistently like my favorite travel bag of all time. One of the best. It's awesome. So you got big shoes to fill, little guy. Let's talk about some of the top features of the Daypack Pro. We've got a Shell 70 primary fabric, which we'll talk about in more detail in the next section. 2 water bottle holders, a quick access front compartment, and a very minimalist and half-opening main compartment with a laptop sleeve. We got some really well-padded shoulder straps as well, but the biggest unique selling point about this bag is its lightweightness, coming in at 1 pound, and the malleableness that sort of comes with that lightweightness, which is gonna come with its own unique set of pros and cons, which we'll talk about 2 sections from now. Yes, 2, final answer. The bag comes in 1 color option, black. It's a 21-liter bag, which in my opinion is like a perfect size for everyday carry and or being like your day pack travel bag. For the dimensions, we're looking at a height of 17 inches, a width of around 12 inches, and a packed out depth of around just under 7 inches. Tortuga says this backpack weighs 1 pound, and we always double check these things. I got just over 1 pound on scale number 1, literally double checking with 2 scales. Oh yeah, good to go, 1.1 pounds on the second scale. This is the Tortuga Daypack Pro when it's empty. This is the Tortuga Daypack Pro when it's fully packed out and worn on me. I'm 5'8". And this is the bag when it's fully packed out and worn on our media manager, Margaret, who's 5'2". And we're gonna pack out this bag throughout the entire review so you can see exactly what it fits. Tortuga offers a lifetime warranty against manufacturing defects for as long as you own the bag. And for all that, this bad boy runs around 125 USD. But are you worth it? That's what we're gonna find out. But if at any point during this review, you say yes to that question. You're like, yes is the answer to that question. It's totally worth it, and I'm buying one. And you're gonna make a purchase, or you wanna find out more information. We do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Reason being, that link makes sure that you get the best price, and we oftentimes have discount codes. But that link also helps to support the Nomads Nation YouTube channel and team, so we can keep making the best bag reviews on the web. Thank you very much. Okay, let's talk about the front of the Tortuga Daypack Pro. First up with the aesthetic. If there's one thing that I've been consistently critical of with Tortuga, it's that they don't have like the sleekest aesthetic in the world. And that's just one man's opinion. Some people love the look of their bags. I think they're definitely a company that puts form over function, which I greatly appreciate. But I will say that I do love how subtle Tortuga's branding is. You just got this little adorable matte black on black turtle shell at the top. You can barely even see it. And that's it on the bag. And I know in the carry community, like subtle branding is so appreciated. So appreciate that, Tortuga. But from there, let's talk about the primary fabric, which is Shell 70 RS, which means it's a 70D, that's the denier, recycled polyester ripstop. It's actually a sailcloth material. And yes, that means like sailboats that have sails. That material is this material, which means it's highly durable and weather resistant. Water literally glides right off this fabric. And as an added bonus, it's 100% recycled. Ultimately, it's a really technical fabric that's gonna be great for anybody who's concerned about weather resistance. From there on the front, we have this one top pocket. This is accessible with 2 YKK PU-coated zippers. YKK makes the best zippers, and PU-coated offers extra weather resistance, right? You see like a recurring theme there with like the rain, you shall not pass with this bag. But one thing to note about PU-coated zippers and all PU-coated zippers is that they will peel over time, so it is a short-term solution. And then you can see we're inside. And I love how Tortuga has implemented a super light colored ripstop nylon for this lining. Ripstop is literally a fabric that has squared stitching. So when there's a rip, it stops, hence ripstop. And the light color helps to create a highlight effect, which is great because it's like a super dark bag. And if you're traveling with this bag, you could be in super dark environments and you're like, it's super dark, I can't see. And then you open this up, you're like, ah, I can see now. And there's no additional organization in this pocket, just a basic key leash. It's not a super huge pocket. It just runs down to about this depth. So given its size and its quicker access, I'm gonna put things in there that I want quicker access to, like my notebook, wallet, and a pen. And we're also gonna throw my keys on there as well. This pocket is pretty bare bones. Honestly, the whole bag is pretty bare bones. That's how they got it down to 1 pound, right? There's always like a trade-off. You want more features and more pockets and more everythingness? Cool, but that's always gonna come with extra weight. And what I love that Tortuga has done with this bag is they said, we have a mission with this bag. We have one goal, to make it as lightweight as possible. So they didn't try to like make everyone happy. They stuck to that goal. And that's why like if you're looking for a lightweight bag, I'm really stoked about this so far. The question is though, will I be as stoked about the middle? Let's find out now as we talk about the middle of the Tortuga Daypack Pro. Again, pretty minimalist. We got 2 water bottle holders, one on each side. These water bottle holders are made with a really nice, silky, stretchy, elastic mesh, and they fit the entire depth of the backpack, which again is gonna have its own set of pros and cons. A couple water bottles here. I got a 1 ounce insulated Yeti. It's a girthy water bottle. 1 liter. Thank you, sorry, it's 1 liter. I always make that mistake. If you ever watch my reviews, you will notice like, I always accidentally call 1 liter bottles 1 ounce bottles, so. Thanks, Margaret. Our media manager, Margaret's always got my back. So I got a 1 liter insulated Yeti and a 22 ounce Earthwell. Now what's great about the design of this water bottle holder is that because it's designed the way it is, you can put bigger water bottles in there, no problem. This 1 liter insulated Yeti is huge and you can see there's plenty of room to spare. So even if you got like one of those big old Nalgene water bottles, it should probably fit in there. But because it's so big and stretchy, thinner water bottles will fit, no problem. But they're not gonna be like as tight of a squeeze. So everything has a give and a take. The good news though is that these side pockets can be used for other things. Like side pockets are so cool for carry because you can just throw your umbrella in there, your keys in there. Just, you know, let's say your bag's full and you're like, ah, crap, I wanted to grab that souvenir. There's no space. Oh wait, there is. But 2 things to note is that because of the location of these water bottle holders, this is not like a full clamshell style opening. It does cut off right here, which limits capacity to the main compartment. And although elastic mesh is a phenomenal material, there's no doubt about it that these things lose their grip over time. So there is a lifespan. I mean, it depends how big of a water bottle you have. If you're like really expanding it with like that gallon Nalgene, this will kind of die over time. Main compartment. Again, accessible with 2 PU-coated YKK zippers that are also lockable. Just pop a lock through these 2 little holes. A little extra peace of mind. I don't love Tortuga zipper pullers, never have. They're plastic, they're kind of a little loud, a little too jingly for my taste, but they're functional. They got the Tortuga logo and a little bit of grip on either side, just to kind of give you a little extra leverage. And then we're in. And yet again, what's the theme of this backpack? Lightweightness. So that means, you know, minimal as hell. You can see in this main compartment, there's only one thing going on, which is this slot right here, which is kind of a laptop sleeve / organizational component. Let's talk about it. You can see that this actually uses Tortuga's mesh that they use on the shoulder straps, right? So really nice, consistent design language there. And this mesh has a little bit of see-throughness to it, a little bit of padding to it, and a little bit of breathability with all those holes. Let's do a little laptop test. My 13-inch MacBook Pro fits very nicely. And we also made a 3D print of a 16-inch MacBook Pro. Let's see if it fits. Oh yeah, perfection. With a little bit of room to spare, making the bag easy to close. Lovely. I'm not gonna lie though, like in the spirit of lightweightness, I love what Tortuga has done with this laptop sleeve, but because of that spirit of lightweightness, this is not gonna be the world's greatest laptop sleeve in terms of protection. We do have a little bit of a false bottom going on, which is nice. The laptop compartment stops right around here, which means if the bag drops, your laptop is less likely to get damaged. So at the end of the day, it's a good laptop sleeve, not the best, but it's not marketed as a tech bag, so it doesn't need to be the best, right? But I would recommend if you are gonna use this bag with a laptop, maybe double wrapping. For me, I love the Rush Faster laptop sleeve. It's lightweight, adds extra protection, not a lot of bulk, and that double wrap will help give you a little extra peace of mind. All right, let's go ahead and pack this main compartment out. All right, so let's say that we're using this bag as like our day pack for a day trip to New York City, hitting the Big Apple. Gonna go to a show. So for that, we wanna be prepared, right? All right, we just got a jacket, protect yourself from those New York pigeons, if you know what I mean. Modern day fare tech pouch, little light reading for the subway, tote in case I pick up some souvenirs, umbrella, gotta watch out for that New York rain, right? Hard drive in case I wanna get some work done at a cafe, extra tech pouch from Evergoods, little passport wallet in case I get stopped by the NYPD. Hey you, hey, come here. What are you doing here? It's my New York accent. Let me know in the comments below, how good is my New York accent? Hey, I'm walking here, yeah. Little tripod for some selfies, and then throw my over-the-head headphones on top. And then we'll go ahead and put the sunglasses actually in this quick access compartment at the top, perfection. And you can see like this thing's just a big old canyon. And what's cool about backpacks like this that are super minimalist is like, yeah, okay, there's no front admin compartment with all these little pockets, right, that you can put all your little things. But those compartments eat into the main compartment. So like a 21 liter backpack that has like a whole front panel only has a main compartment that's probably like 15 liters, right? Because that other part and the laptop compartment is all taking away from the main compartment capacity. But this bag, you can see with the design, I mean, you can fit more in this 21 liter than it looks like. Like honestly, Margaret and I were looking at the bag earlier, we're like, that's a tight 21 liters, but like, dude, I'm only halfway full. But like, hold on, to showcase what I mean, like, let me take these headphones out for safety. I got a Peak Design packing cube, the big one. And the bag is still packed out with everything I put in there. And I'm able to fit a Peak Design packing cube on top of all that stuff. A fully packed out Peak Design packing cube, which is, whoa, wowzers, holy moly. And now, now this feels like a 22 liter, no problem. And that main compartment is, it's got some capacity to it. It's got some balls to it. But on the flip side, for you organizational freaks out there, the lack of pockets might be a bit of a deal breaker. So as always, give it a take. And I know I'm really nerdy with all this stuff, but like backpacks are so cool and they're so fun. And if you're watching this, you might be thinking to yourself, oh my God, backpacks are so cool and so fun. And if that's the case, you might be a bit of like a carry nerd. Because there's actually a whole carry community that's like happening right now. It's really cool. It's just like a group of like a lot of us who are obsessed with backpacks and travel gear and everyday carry gear, because the stuff that these companies are doing right now is just amazing. And if you're into that, you might want to know that we don't just have a YouTube channel at Nomad Nation, we actually have a newsletter as well. And in that newsletter, I give you a deep dive into everything that's happening in the world of carry and backpacks. Limited edition collabs, new fabrics, new releases from big brands to small brands and everything in between. Plus we do some pretty cool giveaways as well. So if you want to be on the cutting edge of what's happening in the carry community, be sure to look for this emoji in the description below and you can sign up to the newsletter there. I hope to see you in your inbox. Moving on, let's talk about the back of the Tortuga Daypack Pro. At the top, we have this little handle. It's not really like a handle that you're gonna wanna go in tote mode for too long with. It's not very well padded, just a basic nylon sort of webbing. But it is there for an extra point of leverage if you wanna put it in the overhead bin on a flight, right? Grab it. And when you're in those, you know, charming New York bathrooms, right? You don't want the bag to be on the floor. You can go ahead and pop it up, hang it, good to go. And in that spirit of lightweightness, there's not a lot going on in the back panel, no hidden pockets or cool features. So let's talk about comfort. Actually, before I do, Tortuga added some external lash points right here, one on each shoulder strap, which I like. But one thing I'm not as sure about is that they made it with an elastic material, which I feel like wasn't the best choice. Reason being, a lot of people might carry things externally on this part of the bag, and something light like your AirPods is not gonna be bad, but some people carry like heavier things on there. And I just think over time, the elasticity is gonna, lose that grip. I don't know, was this a good move using an elastic material for the external lash point? Let me know in the comments below. But anyways, back to comfort. Comfort comes down to two things, shoulder straps and back panel. Now the back panel, we got a 3D, sort of a cut there, where you can see it inspires airflow and ventilation for those hot New York summer sweaty days. And the mesh itself offers a nice amount of breathability and ventilation. And for the shoulder straps, similar. I'm very pleased with the amount of padding here and ventilation. Love that Tortuga added this adjustable sternum strap. You can see we've got this piping right there, which allows you to just kind of push it up or pull it down, but I don't think you can remove it. You could with a pair of pliers, you can just pop it off, but you're never gonna get it back on, so keep that in mind. Tortuga is using Woojin hardware. They're one of the best hardware makers in the game, so awesome there. And also on the web holders at the bottom of the shoulder straps, we also have dangle stopper, which brings me great pleasure, because nothing takes away my pleasure more than some dangle. Hashtag stop the dangle. But before I take this outside and really test the comfort, I wanna highlight the relationship between comfort and like lightweight compressible day bags. Because let's take the Bellroy Lite Ready pack as an example, which is a compressible day bag, right? Super lightweight and malleable, which is nice. But oftentimes with bags like this, let's say you have like, I don't know, a big old headphones case for your over-the-head headphones, right? And it's bulky and big. To maintain the lightweightness of this pack, there's not a lot of padding here. So when that bulky thing is there, you're gonna kind of feel it in your back. Depends how the bag is configured and what is where, but that's one of the downsides of these lighter packs, is that lack of sort of like that wall that you shall not pass. How many Gandalf references can I make in this review? I think I'm at 4 so far. But it seems that Tortuga has put a little bit more padding than your traditional compressible backpack. Actually, in their defense, they don't even market this as a compressible backpack. It is, you can fold it. And I know this bag is gonna be very comfortable when the laptop is in there, right? Because the laptop is then sort of providing that fortification. And yeah, like that's great. It's really great. Shoulder straps are good. Maybe could have used a bit more thickness. You know what? I'm getting ahead of myself. I'm gonna take the laptop out of this backpack and walk around with it 20 minutes outside so you can get sort of an idea of how comfortable it is if you don't have the laptop kind of like helping with the structure of the backpack. let's take it outside. Yo, so I'm gonna be real. The comfort on this pack is pretty freaking awesome. Minus one thing, which we'll talk about in a second. But the good things are really well padded shoulder straps, really nice ventilation. The back panel's got some ventilation. And dude, this thing is a pound. It's a freaking pound. It's so comfortable. And the sternum strap, it's just got it going on. Minus the back panel, which has like this compressible nature, right? Which means that when there's something in there that's a little bulky, you might feel it against your back. Now, granted, that's the nature of this backpack, right? It's supposed to be lightweight, so therefore you're gonna lose and shed that weight on the back panel. Pros and cons with everything, but if you're looking for a lightweight bag and you don't mind that sort of compressibleness on the back panel, it's a really nice feel. Okay, let's talk the overall pros and the overall cons of the Tortuga Daypack Pro. Pro number one, lightweightness. It's light, it's a pound. It's awesome. Pro number two is the impressive capacity of the main compartment. And pro number three is gonna be its very impressive weather resistance. But every bag has its cons, the Tortuga Daypack Pro included, and here are my cons. Con number one, could have used maybe a little bit more organization in the main compartment. Con number two is the water bottle holders are big, but they're gonna be like too big for maybe like smaller water bottles. And con number three is that due to the lightweightness of the bag, on the back panel, if there's not a laptop there, you might feel a little bit of bulge in the back. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I like this backpack a lot. It knows who it is, and it does it very well. And if you're still here, you might be thinking the same thing, and you might be thinking, yeah, I'm totally buying one. And if that's the case, just a reminder, we do ask that you do so using the first link in the description below. Thank you very much. But you also might be here because I talked about some potential alternative bag recommendations that are similar to this, but a little bit different. So let's go talk about them over at the bag rack this way. All right, so let's talk about some different bags. Alternative recommendation number one is this guy right here, which is the Bellroy Lite Ready Pack. It's a great option for you if you're looking for a compressible bag that can also, kind of fit a laptop, but is a bit more suited for the great outdoors. I love the fabrics on this bag and I love its simplicity. And to learn more about it, check the description below to find a link to our full review. All right, alternative recommendation number two is gonna be this guy right here, which is the Able Carry Daybreaker. This is a great option for you if you're looking for a super lightweight bag, but one that has a little bit more structure to it and therefore comfort. But it can still handle a laptop really well and still compress down fairly well. We did a full review on the Able Carry Daybreaker, which you can find in the description below. And my final alternative recommendation is gonna be this bag up here. Come on. Another Able Carry bag. This is the Able Carry 13. Another great option if you're looking for sort of an all-rounder bag. It can compress down pretty well. It's small and lightweight, but it's also gonna give you a lot more laptop protection. See the padding, that microfiber right there? It's definitely a better overall laptop bag. And one of my favorite backpacks of all time. And to learn more about it, just watch this video right here. If you got any questions about any bags, let me know in the comments below. My name's Aaron, this is Nomads Nation, and we'll catch you next time.